Welcome back. You're with us on Market Pulse. Now, Sterlite Tech has posted a good set of numbers. Profits, in fact, up 82%. Anand Agarwal, the MD, joining us now for more on those numbers. Mr. Agarwal, thanks for joining us. If you could just take us through, really where the growth came in this quarter.
Sure, the growth was broad-based. We saw a good level of growth coming in from the telecom business, and we had a decent level of growth from the power side also. So overall, we saw almost 27% growth, year-on-year growth, and almost a 7% quarter-on-quarter growth. Telecom and power, both the businesses grew, and it's essentially the power side is reaching a normalized level where we had slightly slower last year, while on telecom side we see for the 12th quarter in a row growth coming quarter-on-quarter. And that's being driven essentially by what we see great amount of fiber demand globally, as well as now India shaping up in terms of rolling out 4G networks, which needs to be backhauled by fiber-based infrastructure.
Okay, are you also still looking at the possible demerging of the power business?
Yes, clearly. So in December, we had a High Court convened meeting of shareholders, creditors, bankers, and we have gotten all the approval from them. And around April of this year, we are going to demerge the businesses into two entities, each with very sharp focus and very clear strategy.
So in terms of really how things are looking, as you mentioned the telecom side and the power side as well. You said it's becoming a bit more normalized. Do you see further pickup in on-ground activity, in terms of the order book? How's it really looking?
Yeah, the power side, essentially we have two clear offerings. On one side, we do products for the utilities, and on the other side, we do infrastructure development. And on the infrastructure development, it's going to continue to be strong, and that's where the texture and the nature of the balance sheet becomes very, very different. So we continue to be very bullish on the infrastructure development that will continue in the country. We have a portfolio of 8 projects, almost 10,000 crores. 4 of those projects are fully operational. The last project got operational before the scheduled time. For the very first project, we were able to issue transmission bond the first time in the country. So overall, we are pretty bullish on the power business, more and more towards the infrastructure development.
All right. Fair enough. So overall, I mean, from what you're saying, things are looking pretty good. If you could also give us a sense of the ratio in terms of, before the demerger, how much business or growth is coming in on the power vis-a-vis the telecom side, and what really you feel is growing faster or in value terms at this point?
On a year-on-year basis, we grew by almost 27%. Telecom grew by 18%, power grew by 34%. However, at EBITDA level, we had a different outlook. So on a demerged level, we are seeing almost similar levels of growth, margin averaged out at about 27%.
All right, Mr. Agarwal, thanks so much for joining us and taking us through a quick check on numbers and things looking good there for Sterlite. Going forward, we're also watching out for L&T. That's a big one, of course.